Welcome to the Manage Table 165. I'm Andrew here with Sam, Will, and Brendan. And today we're brought to you by Hello Baby, a baby monitor that's safe from being hacked from outside Wi-Fi. But you can use it to spy on your family while they sleep. Anyway, thank you so much for the sponsorship today and the endorsement of all the things that we say. And if you also would like to endorse the things that we say, you can log on to whatever social media apps are available in your territory or area and follow us at The Madness Table. It'll be the one that says The Madness Table. And if that's not enough, hop on our Discord. You can chat with us, tell us what kind of bread you like, send us pictures of bread. It's a lot of bread talk, I gotta say. Anyway, if that's not even enough, you can give me money to buy more bread by hopping onto our Patreon or our Coffee. That's Coffee spelled K-O-F-I, and using code Pumpernickel. That's right, code Pumpernickel will get you... Well, no, it'll get me more bread. Anyway, whatever. So, hope you guys have a great day, and remember, your family can sleep, but you'll always be watching. Hello, baby.
You know who else needed some baby monitors? Sephel and Scylla, because they just murdered two.
Hey-o!
Bring them on down to the Kingdom of Ember, because there are baby murderers in the house. Scylla, you look down and you see this crushed face of this young girl whose face you have just caved in, and like you see their blood on your knuckles, and you see the people like a woman screaming down below, and all sorts of people have like just turned the corner and are now looking up at this scene. What do you do?
Scylla, I think she feels immediate regret, of course. But she's also like...
I gotta hide the evidence, so she eats the body.
No, not yet. No, I'm just kidding.
She's in shark mode. She's like, I don't know what to do.
That smells good. No, she's very... There's been so many moments in the story where we've lost parts of our sanity, or it's started to be like truly questioning the things that we feel, because it's, you know, sometimes we like have visions and things happen, and so she's just like really doubting her mind right now of like that this individual was not a child a minute ago, and I could have sworn that was true. If this is a child, I'm a terrible person.
And you guessed it. Let's go ahead and have you roll a sanity check with that in mind.
Okay. Oh, man. 5.
Okay. What was the last time you failed, and what was the addition?
I failed picking up the iron horn, and I got a long-term flaw.
Okay. Roll me a D100, please.
Okay. It's been nice knowing y'all. 23.
23. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to this one. But you continue to look down and look at this child that you have singularly punched and killed. And you see these people, and now people are like trying to climb up onto the top of the building to like get to you and this child. Do you do anything?
Scylla is completely stricken, and I think in her shock, she stands on the roof, and she falls to her knees and she stares down at this child, and she does not resist.
Okay. You begin to like hear the people scrabbling up on top of the building, and as these people start to come up, you look over through your tear-stricken face, and you actually see what look like a couple of bandits that have climbed up on top of this roof and are beginning to draw knives and are beginning to advance on you like, give it to us. Give it to us and you don't get hurt. Give us the stone!
She's like on her knees watching them approach. What stone? As she like looks down at her hands that have just like punched a child. And then I think she's gonna stand and start to back away.
Don't try to run, we'll hunt you down. Give us the stone. Stop trying to pull the wool over our eyes. Look what you've already done. Just give it to us. Just give it to us and nobody else gets hurt. Come on!
She's gonna take off at a sprint.
You start sprinting away, and as you turn, you actually see that there are a couple of these bandit-like individuals, also with cowls and hoods, start making their way at you and are going to try and attack you.
Friends, do I have a stone? Asking. Okay. Want to make sure I'm not forgetting something.
Not the last fucking time we checked. We were trying to find one.
I was like, I know we picked up some like crazy stuff, but I don't remember stone, so just checking. I know that Browser Blue is like a stone thing, but like
we were trying to find that.
Yeah.
Like with the compass, and we couldn't.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The first one is an 18.
What, Brendan?
Does that hit you?
An 18 does not hit me.
Okay.
I'm conspiracy theorying right now.
I love it.
But I'm not sure. The only thing that Will said was when we tried to find the stone is that the compass didn't move.
Yeah, but
what if we have it?
We would know. I don't have it.
I don't know. Maybe.
We would fucking know, Brendan!
We would also fucking know. We would also fucking know, Samantha, if we were killing children.
Yeah, we would know. I killed that motherfucking kid and I liked it.
Now that is a screen grab. Time to whatever.
This stone is tearing us apart.
Will did this to us.
Does a dirty 20 hit you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. You take 10 points of piercing damage as one of these bandits manages to stab into you as you are trying to flee. Do you do anything or do you continue to run?
I will rage and run.
You rage and run. Okay. You continue to sprint away. You see that there are enough houses close enough to the roof that you are on that you could basically go north, south, east, or west. Like, there is no limit to which direction you want to go. Which direction do you go in?
I'm going in the direction of Grumbles.
You don't know where Grumbles is.
I know where his shed is.
Okay, so you're going to go towards Grumbles' shed. Okay.
Yes.
All right. You start breaking your way to the east then, the northeast, and you are trying to make your way back to Grumbles. You're like,
yeah,
I'll totally be safe with that senile old man.
She's thinking, Grumbles will tell me what's happening. Grumbles will know.
Grumbles will know. Okay.
Yes.
How deep are we in the sauce that we're relying on Grumbles to be like a morale?
Well, I think she's also thinking...
How do we know we can trust Grumbles?
It's like one of the rules of law.
Maybe Grumbles.
The Grumbles rules.
That is the 11th law of the Kingdom of Ember. You always trust Grumbles.
Almost trust in Grumbles
is law.
Yeah.
No, I think she's thinking two things. One, Grumbles might be able to get like some kind of prophecy, whatever. And the second is that shed is a great hiding spot.
Got you. So you just caved a kid's face in, and your first thought is, I'm gonna go torture the senile old man again?
No, she's never
We're going to attack the old man at our legal address.
She has never... Okay, if you commit a crime...
We're bad at crime. We can't be the bad guys. We're bad at crime.
Your
Grumbles is not your private magic 8-ball, okay?
Your other character yacht him against a wall.
I just need a spot to hide out until the rest of the group finds me.
Okay.
What happens when he runs? You're just gonna shake all the prophecies out of him and then be like, "This bitch empty."
Will asked me if I wanted to go north, south, east, or west. What the fuck was I supposed to say?
Hey, Sam, I'm loving it. It's just funny. That's
Where
all.
am
We're
I
just
supposed to go?
Oh,
all right.
You
Start heading towards the shack. You're like, I got the perfect hiding spot.
Well,
And you know what?
It's a good one. A second to think.
Absolutely. So you start sprinting. You manage to jump over one of the buildings. However, you see a couple of more bandits are beginning to climb up on other roofs with crossbows. And 2 of them are going to try and fire at you, okay? First one is an 8, so that misses. Second one is a 16. That also misses. So you now realize that, like, these guys are crawling out of the woodwork and are fully coming the fuck after you. Do you do anything while you're running to protect yourself or anything like that, or are you just purely fleeing?
I know what I want to do.
Do what you want to do.
You should do that then. Follow your heart.
She doesn't want to hurt anybody because now she's confused on, like, she's completely lacking confidence in her actions. And so in her mind, she's like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. And she's gonna pull the timepiece out of her pocket.
Ooh.
Yeah. She's like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I don't know what's right.
That's the MacGuffin. Sam, that's the MacGuffin.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And as these bandits, like, continue to surround her, she's like, I might have just killed a child. I'm freaking out.
I'm freaking out, man.
I think she's going to try. Because the timepiece, it's, you can't get to locations that are secretive or not known. But she knows where she was planning to go at some point, and I think she's gonna twist it and think of the Naute.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so she's like sprinting along the rooftop, and then she's just gonna wind it up and activate it.
Okay. You pull out the timepiece, you wind it, you activate it, and like... And you reappear in that aquatic castle that you had saved the Naute in before. You see the empty old corridors. You see where before you had littered it with the remains of, like, Dagon's horrible infested army. You just see clean, empty halls, and it's dark here. Not even the light that would usually follow you through the Naute's architecture lights up here. It's just quiet, and it feels cold, but you find yourself standing on one of those upper shelves that kind of looked out into the central hallway that led towards the eventual keep where you had met the old matriarch.
Scylla's going to, she knows that she made a decision that she cannot get back to the city of Ember for the next 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to now search every inch of this place until she finds someone. And if she doesn't find anyone, then she has an update at the least on her way back.
You begin to go searching for the Naute, and throughout this entire former city and castle, like, as you begin to move through it, more and more images of that child that you pummeled come back to your head over and over and over again, to the point where could you actually make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Yeah, for sure.
And make it with disadvantage.
That's an 11 and a 4. It would be 4.
Eventually, the realization of what you have done sets in so hard on you. Like, you are a proud, honorable warrior, and as much as you have been possibly able to, even considering some of your past long ago, you have tried to do right. But what you are trying to do and what you found your hands had done there just a few minutes ago, this isn't you. This isn't what you wanted to be, taking a child's life. That isn't right. And so it's too much. And I think for the first time, we truly see Scylla begin to break down. And we are going to jump to Lara and Indigo. As you see this new Platinum Talon figure turn around the corner, however, screams, yells, and echoes are just echoing from the northwest and the southwest at this point, just like everywhere. And the Talon Guard was like clearly about to be like, excuse, and then all of this cacophony erupts and is like, what the hell? The two of you, could you perhaps just take her to the temple? It's just to the west. I'm sorry. I don't know who else to ask, but you've already taken care of her. I'm sorry. I'm Tancred. Myself and Torvid will be back to help out in just a moment, I'm sure. Please, if you could just escort her to the temple. And he begins to head to the south. What do you guys do?
Lara looks to Indigo. Should we both stay with her?
Well, couldn't hurt. We can walk her back. I mean, I'm sure our faithful companions are easily and effectively containing the situation, and nothing's bad gonna happen.
Can you send Sephel a message?
He leans in really close to you before you can say that.
Yeah.
Just so you know, stage whisper. She was stabbed in the back first, then in the chest. There's multiple assailants.
You whisper that, and she just looks down at you with disdain, and it's like, I am aware. I saw it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, wait, let me tell Squiddy.
Just so you know, that woman was dead. I don't know if you're going to believe me.
Yeah, right.
But when we arrived, that woman was dead.
Incredible.
I know we've been here for 15 minutes.
I know you watched me waste a really powerful gem.
Yeah, right.
You probably wondered what the fuck was up with that. Let me tell you.
I think we should tell Sephel where we are headed, and that the Platinum Talon are heading in that direction.
Cool. Gonna. What kind of slots? What I do?
What's both of your passive perceptions?
9.
21.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That was Indigo's thing.
I'm back, baby.
Let's go.
Lara, maybe you didn't know she was dead.
He was like, that woman was dead, and you're like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
What? I mean, I see the stab marks, but what the fuck?
It's like, that's bullshit. I watched you cast Healing Word, and she was fine.
Yeah, right.
Indigo, you go to begin casting Sending as you and Lara talk about the death or undeath of this woman. Sorry. Fucking hey. I gotta give you a point of inspiration, Brendan and Andrew, for just cracking me the fuck up.
Fuck.
God.
It's the dumbest shit.
It is, but it's so good. You go to cast a spell, and then you realize that woman who was just next to you isn't there. And like you hear what sounds like running footsteps, and you look down the alleyway to your right, and you see that she is being hauled off by a different cloaked figure. And she is like looking back at you, and she's just like, "Help me, please!" As she's getting pulled away, and then she and this cloaked figure who is dragging her take off around the left end side of one of the buildings.
Oh my god.
What? Indigo just looks at Lara. Gee willikers! The chase begins!
Do I see it?
Oh yeah, you saw it. Once she started calling out, like your head immediately whips.
I would like to take my action to perform the powerful spell Beat Feet and run after them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You cast Beat Feet and you move. She's about 45 feet away. She's no longer in your line of sight. You know that they just went around the corner of the building to the left, however. So are you making a full 30 feet, or are you sprinting with your Beat Feet?
I look down at my pathetic hobgoblin legs and say, by the grace of Proal. And I'm going to Step of Night again and just walk above the buildings so I can bird eye them, and then I will dash with my flying speed.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to like cut everything in half. So now as you are like running over the top of this building, you are right over top of these two. The woman that you saved from death and this cloaked figure as well. Lara, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna fly after Indigo.
Okay, so you start flying after. You get to the same position. You see the two figures down below. You see that they are about to like turn the corner and move to the right, and they begin moving down another alley. They are 30 feet away from the two of you. What do you guys do?
I look back. Actually, yeah, can I see this? How is this figure? Big, small, medium?
You'd say medium-sized.
Okay.
They look to be the same size as this adult gnome woman. So, like, medium to small.
I've never actually tried this before.
I'm just gonna cast sleep.
Okay.
On the both of them because it's an area of effect spell.
Okay. You have to do like something with the amount of hit die,
Yes,
right, or something.
I'm gonna roll 5d8 and.
Doesn't it target the smallest hit die pool or the hit point pool first?
Sure does.
So there's a chance you knock this woman asleep and she's just being carried away silently.
Yep. Yes, that's a 17 on
Okay.
the hit point. So 17. Start with the creature with the lowest current hit point. Each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. Etc. Etc. So subtract the hit points maximum from 17 and see if either of them or both of them fall asleep.
Okay. You see the woman fall asleep. She's just like, please help. And she begins to fall. However, this catches the individual who had grabbed her and was like yanking her away to run down these alleyways, causes them to stop, and they turn around and they hear like the flapping of Lara's wings, and they like look up at you guys, and they just like grab underneath the arms of this woman and are like very slowly trying to drag them away.
Can I?
Lara, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna burn hold person.
Okay, wisdom save? Charisma save?
It is a wisdom saving throw, and they both have to do it because I'm casting at my default, which is 5th level. So I'm targeting both.
Okay, I'm gonna say she's done because she's unconscious. That's a cocked die. That is a 13, which I'm assuming doesn't beat your spell save DC. So they are both stopped. You guys basically still have your movements. They are about 35 feet away. What do you do?
I'm gonna get down near them. I'm gonna. Actually, I'm just gonna go right up and I'm gonna like Scooby-Doo grab this guy's hood and like rip it off to see who they are.
Okay. You see what looks like a middle-aged, deep-gnome man. They've got like this salt and pepper, black, grayish hair. They've got this very unshaven face, not a full beard, but just like a little bit past 5 o'clock shadow. They're smelly, they're stinky, and you like whip back this hood, and they're just like, ah! And like, because I can't remember, does hold person stop a person from talking, or is it just they think they can't move?
It just restrains
bodily?
them, I believe.
Okay.
They are paralyzed, incapacitated, and cannot move or speak.
Oh, so they can't speak. So he's like, that's just who you see, and he's.
If I still have any action left, if you allow that, like, I would grab the woman.
I'll say it's essentially a new round, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just like, grab the woman and, like, if I can get them apart, like, float up into the air away from him.
Okay. You pick her up and you begin to float back up into the air. And as you do, Lara, are you still up in the air, or are you down on the ground with them?
I'm on the ground with them. I'll say my wings are out but down.
Okay. Two new figures come around the corner, both with crossbows drawn. Similar kind of like hooded garb. They're popping out of these tented areas. One is going to fire at you, Indigo.
Oh, man.
That's a natural 20. That is okay. That's only 14 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Scylla, Lara, sorry. That is a 12 to hit.
We'll miss.
Okay, so you see this new figure pop out, fire a crossbow at you, and they both like duck back around the corners to try and get out of sight and reload. What do you do, Lara?
Lara looks up to Indigo, who just got hit, right?
Mm-hmm. You see it's a nasty one. It's like right in the lower back, right near where like I think it's your kidneys would be. So It's a pretty painful fucking shot.
No, my lumbar. Ow!
I will remember each of your faces. Indigo, we need to get her to safety. And I think I'm gonna fly up.
Okay.
Can I really want to get like a good glimpse of each of these people, while also recognizing that like Indigo probably can't carry that lady for that long, and so we probably need to leave.
Okay, I mean, he's up in the air, he's been hit. These two people are also kind of cloaked and robed. You're still in like the slummy part of town now, so they're like trying to duck underneath some of the low slung like stalls and into tents and stuff like that. But go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay. 8. Not good.
Not enough to catch their faces. You can see that they are pretty well covered. They're not wearing like robes. It's more of like leather vests, and these ones have more like face wrappings than full hoods. But they are ducking in and out of cover and trying to take like pot shots at you guys as you are making your way out.
I think Lara's thinking here is that like this is clearly a like organized effort, and it's unlikely that there's just these 3 people. And she's thinking, I need to understand like where did they come from, where are they going? And I think she's going to kind of like tell Indigo to take the woman away, and then she's gonna duck behind an alley and cast greater invisibility.
Okay. You fly up over to the left or to the right?
Left.
Okay, so you go to the left, you duck down into an alley, you quickly cast Greater Invisibility.
Yeah.
Indigo, you have this woman in your arms, you have been shot. What do you do?
It was nice to meet you fellas, but I'm heading out.
And I'm just gonna like move and dash towards the Platinum Talum, like Bahamut Temple.
Okay. You start making your way towards the temple. You've got like full reign of regular movement while you're using the Twilight Step, right?
Yeah, so 40 base speed, so dashing up to 80.
Okay, so you are making quick time in terms towards the temple there. Sephel.
Yeah.
I don't think you caught Torvid's name before,
I
because
did
you
not.
went immediately chasing after this child.
No, but the name sounds incredibly familiar. Have we met this person before?
As far as I know, no.
Okay.
If I've used that name before, I apologize to everybody who's like, the conspiracies! Really?
Okay, so no, I do not know this person.
Yeah. He, like, looks back at you, looks at this child, and immediately gets up, and he is, like, drawing out a short sword, and is like, you are going to come with me quietly and calmly, and we will resolve this at the temple. But right now, I will be charging you with murder.
Can I...
Make a phone call?
No, the only thing that I
Fireball!
want to do...
Judge, jury, executioner.
The
Magic
only
user.
thing I want to do...
Power word kill.
I would like to use the Gem of Seeing, which I'm still attuned to.
Okay. All right.
just-
Read me the Gem of Seeing again, please.
It just gives me true sight out to 120 feet.
Okay. I love how this dude pulls it. This is just, I'm laughing because it's in my head. This is what I'm picturing. I love your choice, though. I do. I'm not making fun of you for that. This guy's pointing short sword and he's like, I'm going to be charging you with fucking murder because I just saw you let go of a child in the air and it died.
Yeah.
And you're just like, my monocle. 1 moment.
I forgot it was a monocle.
Oh, you.
Murder, you say?
Yeah. Despicable me.
No, I think he's in that moment of disbelief that Scylla had, where he's like, and the common sense and the logic of that situation just don't make sense to him. He's like,
Yeah.
I chased this person. I saw some of what they looked like. I got very close and personal with them. I would have had to have seen. And just the little bit that he was able to remember about Fraser Blue and the situation going on, he's begging something here to not be real.
Yeah. Well, through the Gem of Seeing, you look through it and nothing changes. You still see Torvid, who's holding his short sword out at you. You see the child just behind him, its broken body, the leg that you broken and mangled. And you're like looking around, and those people that were originally trying to stop you are now like coming into the alleyway. You hear a couple shrieks from some individuals and yells and calls. Some people are like, take him away! He killed that child! But the gem doesn't reveal anything new to you.
Okay. Sephel is going to slowly and unaggressively
Put down
approach
his
Torvid.
monocle?
He's going to hand, as Torvid takes him, he's going to hand the Gem of Seeing to him.
Okay.
And he's just going to...
He holds it up to the sun and he burns you. Take that, bitch.
Sorry, this is the law offices of Walker, Conklin, and Proal here. You are in the Underdark, sir. There is no sun. The wrestler case.
Damn it.
And he's going to just like eyes straight like eyes blank but darting everywhere, trying to reassess the situation, trying to figure out where the illusion was, where the lie was, what the truth is. And I don't even know if he knows he's coherently saying it to Torvid or to anybody. But he just like absentmindedly just like places the gem in his hand and he's mumbling to himself. He's like, "You have to tell the king. Frazar Blue, something is wrong. Something is not real. Tell the king. Please."
Can you roll me a sanity check, please?
Yes, I can.
Cut my life in 2 pieces. This is my last resort.
18?
Still a fail.
Yeah, there's no success anymore.
You've
There's
been
literally no
moved.
success.
What was the last type of madness you succumbed to? Short-term, long-term?
I don't remember. It's been so fucking long.
All right.
I
Go ahead and just roll me a D100 then.
Give him a bad one.
Yeah,
As punishment.
I've genuinely been like racking my brain the entire session because I can't remember. I think it was like, I think the last madness Sephel got was pre-Blingdenstone.
You've succeeded a
Whoa.
lot, which is impressive.
And
Dang.
I've also just been absent for the worst parts of what we've done.
Smart.
Good ploy. Play dead.
20.
You are, with everything you know to be true, like you know what you fucking saw. Like, this couldn't have been real. There was no way you were holding a child. There was no way that you attacked a child in this. And you, because of that, I think your mind naturally is just like, I can't trust anything here. Like, my word, my actions, everything is being misconstrued.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do what's best for me right now. And I'm not gonna convince anybody, I'm not gonna tell anybody. I'm gonna shut up and do what's best for me, and only for me right now. Like, you just go into this soul survival moment of like, holy fuck. Like, clearly nobody's believing me, so therefore I'm on my own. Oh, Sam.
Wow.
I didn't even see it.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Damn.
For the listening audience at home, Sam has entered a Luigi Mangione text into the thread. Our voice of Fell's going in hot.
Ooh. Yeah, but I don't think we'll see him as a hero. Oh man.
You don't know how many people that kid killed. just because he didn't draw the blade.
Oh my god! Yes!
Yes. So Sephel ends up being escorted by Torvid towards the Temple of Baphomet. Lara, you go invisible. You see Indigo make a quick pivot and starts running in the direction of the temple, and you can see it. It's like Notre Dame here. It's massive. It towers above everything else, so you can see it. You know he's headed in that direction. What do you do now that you're invisible?
Lara is watching the individuals who shot at him with the crossbows. She has a particular interest in seeing if she can get one of them alone.
Interest.
Yeah. But
Nothing sinister.
she's gonna use her spider climb abilities to stealthily move around and basically watch them and see where they go.
Okay. You see them, like, they keep darting out and they keep trying to get a good line of sight on Indigo, but Indigo is moving so fast that they can't really keep up, and eventually they watch him as he disappears in the direction of the temple, and they let up on the chase, knowing that their prey is too far gone at this point. Just for reminder's sake, lawyers, how long is greater invisibility? It's like hours, right?
Let me check for you. Ooh. It's not good. It's a minute.
Oh, it's a minute. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And then how long is spider climb? Are both of those concentration, or do you just have the boots? I can't remember. I think you have
spider
just
climb
boots.
is just the item, so it's not concentration.
Okay.
It's just something that I can do.
Cool.
So I guess she would use the greater invisibility to get out of the way and hide and like tuck herself into a dark corner and watch what happens. But she wouldn't make herself seen for a bit.
Okay. Do you just like continue to tail these individuals?
Yeah.
Okay. With your invisibility worn off, your spider climb activated, you are lingering back. Are you following them from like the sides and roofs of buildings? Are you staying to the ground now? Okay.
She's following. She's not gonna. Yeah, she doesn't want to be on the ground because gamers don't look up. Why would these people? So she's gonna be on the roofs and the sides of buildings and stuff.
Okay.
And yeah.
Can you roll me a stealth check, please?
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, 18.
Okay. You don't think anybody spots you, but these guys are being cagey. You see them kind of like crisscrossing their patterns, going around one building, then they separate and they kind of do this helix move going in between, just kind of passing each other. They've discarded the crossbows a couple minutes later, and they are beginning to move towards the south in the direction of like the Periculum and the Dusk Fort and that type of thing. It's probably been about 10 minutes at this point, and they just continue to keep in like bob and weave. Some of them, they've like discarded one piece of clothing and they just like pick one off of a clothesline as they move along, trying to continuously disguise themselves. What do you do?
I want to continue after them toward the Dusk Fort.
Okay. They continue towards the south, and you can see they're now beginning to move through like some of the training areas and some of the housing for the local soldiers and the scale guard, until eventually you make your way, let's move your token, all the way down towards like the far corner on the other side of the Periculum. And you eventually see them go through and enter into kind of a larger building. It looks like a beer hall of sorts. Do you follow them in at all, or do you linger behind?
We've not been over here before, right? This is like a new area.
You've been to the Periculum. You haven't been in this particular like district per se. You've passed quickly through the upper portion of it on your way to the. Oh no, you wouldn't. You, Lara, have not. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
all
Sorry.
of this is new.
As players.
But you, as a player, haven't particularly gone through this area.
Am I seeing any like average town folks going in, or is it truly just these individuals?
Everybody around here looks pretty average. You see some of the scale guard moving about. It's getting towards like the end of the day. So like you see some other people moving in there and kind of milling about, like heading in, but that's all you see for the moment. You're still outside unless you head in.
I'm going in. I am a visiting person and fully allowed into this establishment, so I will enter.
Okay.
I am a business person.
Yeah,
I'm a human. I can come in.
I participate in commerce, yes.
You make your way in, and it is, I almost want you to think like every TV depiction of like a Viking beer hall, like gathering hall. There's smoke from various fires. There are people dancing. There's singing. Lots of people drinking. There's clamoring, and there's like a bar towards the back. This building's very large. You think this area, though, as like people are milling in and out, you think it's not quite as big. So you think there's probably like a back kitchen or something like that. Make a perception or investigation check if you're trying to keep an eye out for those individuals you follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an investigation. I got a 21.
Very nice. You spot them moving towards the bar, in which you see them kind of like nod to the barkeep, who is this purplish kobold who gives them a very slight nod back, and they head towards a back table near the wall, and you see like a couple feet to the right of it is this door, and this serving woman comes out, followed by a man, and they're both like bringing out hot plates of food. And in the confusion, as these people are coming out the door, you actually see these two go towards the back table and then kind of go, they look like they're about to pull out chairs in the very back corner there, and then one of them leans up against the wall, and you see it swivel around, and then there's just one of them, and a moment goes by, the guy kind of looks about, he then leans against the wall and swivels around and disappears from sight. What do you do?
I think that's all I need to know. Lara is going to exit and return to Indigo. I do not think that I should go further alone.
Okay, you start to make your way out. We will jump back to Indigo. Indigo, you make your way over to the Temple of Baphomet, and you see that there are two different ways that you can get in, as this is shaped very similarly to just about every European cathedral here. It's like a cross shape. So there's two entrances closest to you. There is the southeastern one and then the southwestern one. Which one do you head towards?
We'll go southwest.
Okay. So you're making your way to the farther one, kind of the more grander main entrance
I want to make a big front door entrance.
Okay. As you start to like make your way around, there's lots of people. Can you be seen actually when you're making your twilight steps?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I'm fully visible, but one thing that I often fail to describe with Indigo's new steez is he automatically extinguishes all non-magical light sources within 30 feet of him. So he operates in a constant orb of dimness.
Cool.
Gotcha. So even some of the like refractory light that kind of dances off the prisms and other reflective surfaces begins to dim as you move forward, and like people notice kind of this dark cloud, for lack of a better word, or this like aura as you move into the area, and some people are like even pointing like, whoa, what is going on here? Who is that? And as you come towards the main entrance, you see that there are a pair of platinum talon guards sitting outside of the smaller doors inset to the larger pair of double doors, and begin to like step forward as you, I'm assuming, are making your way closer to them, or how do you make your entrance?
I'm looking for the most official looking people around.
You get down to the steps and you see these guards step forward, and they're just looking at you confused, and one of them goes, can we help you, sir?
Hello, I'm here on behalf of my sleeping friend here. She was recently murdered and then revived, and is being sought by some sort of vagabond banditry. So we are here for sanctuary. Please, Torvid told us to come, and now.
They both kind of look at each other and then look at you, and one of them goes, "Do you mind setting the woman down, please?"
I sure can. She is, again, asleep right now.
Very well. Do you set her down?
Yeah, set her down.
Okay. You lay her down on the ground, and one of them kind of tentatively steps forward, and you can see like the shawl is kind of tightly wrapped around this woman, and the guard steps forward and like shakes her, and he goes, "Excuse me, miss? Miss?" And as he shakes her, her arms fall limp to the side, and you see that all of her stab wounds are still open, and you, Indigo, are covered in blood and holding a knife in your hand. And as the guard looks at the body and looks up at you, both of them immediately like swing their halberds at you and are like, "Halt! Do not move!"
Oh.
What do you do?
Oh, beans. Shit. Greater invisibility on myself. And I'm getting out of here.
Okay. That is an action to cast?
Sure is.
Okay. You cast greater invisibility, and one of the guards is immediately like, "Grandmaster Hacklow, please! There is a criminal fleeing! He's gone invisible!" And like just turmoil explodes out here. And you can hear commotion from like deep in the temple. What do you do now that you are invisible?
Yo, I'm cooked. I don't have anything for this. I'm gonna, I'm gonna go ahead and sneak into the temple and look for a quiet place to lay low.
Okay. You begin running into the temple, and immediately you can see like a host of Platinum Talon running in your general direction as you are like heading into this. Actually, I think I had made long ago the inside of the temple here. I don't know if I ever put it in these maps though. Nope, I don't think I did. I'll have to do that next time. But you start running in, and you see this host of guards, and like one of them is of a silver color and is adorned in plate armor and looks far more regal than the others. You didn't actually get to see Hacklow before, but you would recognize him as a player. Like, this is the guy who was at attendance at your trial during the whole hag fiasco.
Kind of a dick, really.
I mean, he wasn't the one accusing you. Sarvid was the one who was like, these motherfuckers caused all the problems.
I apologize.
He was just trying to hold order.
Sarvid's a dick.
And as you're like moving in, you notice Hacklow is looking right at you.
Oh, beans.
And he goes, "Freeze!" And he's going to cast Hold Person on you. So let's make a Wisdom saving throw, please. You're probably going to pass it with flying colors.
I have bad news for you. There's a reason we don't engage in cleric on cleric crime, my friend. Doesn't pay. You might have you. That's 17.
He just gets you. He has an 18. So you freeze up, and Hacklow, does that break your concentration out of greater invisibility?
I don't think greater is.
I don't believe so. It's not. It's not damaged, so it doesn't affect.
Got you. So he paralyzes you, and he comes forward, and he immediately starts like pulling out these irons and clapping them in you while you are paralyzed. And he waves to the others. He's like, "Bring me more! Bring me leg irons, quickly!" And the others do, and he claps them on you within the minute that it takes for greater invisibility to wear off and hold person. And as this is happening, the two guardsmen that you had fled from outside have called for like a stretcher, and they are now bringing the body of the woman that you had helped into this space. And like, now that you're free of hold person, however, you are manacled, you are stripped of like your holy symbol and stuff like that, so you can't cast magic as much as they can help it from you being able to. She looks like she's been dead for a while. Like, at least the last 20 minutes or so. Like, something's not right here. You know she wasn't dead. You saw her. She was screaming. You put her to sleep. You didn't fucking kill her. You even revived her, but here she is dead on this stretcher. And one of the guards comes up to Hacklow and goes, excuse me, sir, this was the knife that he was holding when he brought her here. I'm not exactly sure what to do with it. And Hacklow goes, bring it to the back. We will bring him down to one of the cells. We have to deal with the Orog as well. And I've had it brought to my attention that there might be another individual, one of the, I guess I could say, former heroes, still out on the loose. And he turns back to you, Indigo, and he goes, is there anybody else in your party that might be involved with this or have the ability to clear your name?
Yes.
That we should know about? Who?
Oh, but only speak if I have my lawyer present, sir. I know my rights.
What rights are those?
Due process. And a counselor appointed by the church.
We do have slightly different laws here, and as far as we can tell, you've brought the woman you've murdered here to our temple.
A reasonable misunderstanding on your part. Totally get it. Didn't murder her. Revived her again. Ask Torvid. He will vouch for me.
Yes, I think Torvid has some choice words about your other companion. Come. And he ushers to the guards as they begin to drag you towards the back of the temple, and eventually you are led to a door and brought down into what are a series of jail cells underneath the temple. And you are starting to be led towards one, and you can see Sephel come up towards like the bars inside, and Hacklow goes, no, they're not allowed next to each other or across from each other. Keep them at least a cell apart.
Just like old times, buddy!
And you, Indigo, are led to a cell 2 doors down from Sephel, and you are pushed inside with your manacles and restraints still on.
Oh, man.
Sephel is just going to be yelling at the guards. You dare bring me these foul illusions? How dare you taunt me with my allies?
Ah, hi, Sephel.
Silence!
Oh, that's Sephel.
Scylla.
Yeah.
You are almost in this like catatonic state as that situation was crushing down on you. And as you sit there amongst the ruins, or not ruins, but the castle and city of the Naute, you eventually feel this large hand come to rest on your shoulder. What do you do?
Yeah, I imagine Scylla had this like mental break and she was in these massive halls, just horizontal and like floating. And time went by, hours, and then she felt this hand. And I think she doesn't react for a few beats. And then she slowly opens her eyes and just like gazes upward, not even at whoever might be next to her.
You finally lift your head and you gaze upwards, but it's not a Naute that you look up into the eyes of. It's a kobold in shining silvery chainmail, and a couple of others are pointing their halberds at you in a semicircle behind him as you are sitting in a small alleyway, relatively close to your newly constructed home. And you look down in your hands because you're like, I fucking used the timepiece. And you just see a bloody doll. A handmade child's doll that's covered in your bloody hands. And the guard go, please do not resist, or we will be forced to end you. Come quietly, and we will get this sorted.
Scylla says nothing. She just stares at this individual with like her black shark eyes, just stares at him. But she doesn't resist.
He takes a step back and he like hand signals to the others, and they slowly approach and begin to put Scylla in manacles. And a little while later, we see Lara starting to move back towards where everybody was, and in the process actually sees Scylla being dragged away by the Platinum Talon and towards the temple. And she watches as she is dragged in there. Not dragged per se, but escorted. And Lara is left alone as Scylla, Sephel, and Indigo are imprisoned for murder. And we'll see you guys next time.
Now, friends, do you ever want to know what's going on in your house at all hours of the day and night? If you do, contact your friends at Hello Baby, because you can rig these bad boys up everywhere, and there'll be nothing that you can't see. Just like our social media presence, which you can see on all the apps that are currently available in your state or designated census area. And if that's not enough for you, hop on down to our Discord. We can always see what I'm up to, you rascally little rabbits. And we can chat mostly about toast, other bread items, you know how it is. Anyway, and if you want to fuel my sweet lust for carbohydrates, hop on down to Coffee. That's K-O-F-I, Coffee, K-O-F-I. You can drop me a coin that I will, and I promise you this, use it for bread. And then also maybe to keep the lights on the podcast. And also Patreon, if you want to spell that one. Anyway, you crazy kids, you better rate us, review us, tell your friends, tell your father, have a meaningful conversation with your parent or guardian. And that would be a great way to end whatever day you're listening to this podcast on. Hey, have a great one out there.